Hello everyone and welcome to a new series I'm starting on the channel, the About series, and I've got someone here with me who's very kindly responded to my Twitter DM, which does not really happen often with YouTubers. Here we have Samination.
Hello.
So Sam, I've got a list of questions I'm going to ask you. I put some on my Instagram and a lot of people have asked you a bunch of questions, so we're going to get on with them. So obviously we got the stereotypical one everyone asks, but what made you want to start your YouTube channel?
I guess because I started back on newgrounds.com. Have you ever heard of that site?
No, I haven't.
It's mostly animation site, and it was like the YouTube before YouTube. And
right.
that's kind of where I started uploading when I was really young. And I got recognized like right away. Like the maker of Newgrounds would put pretty much everything uploaded on the front page. And so I kind of like started building an audience there. And then when YouTube came along, I got like a YouTube page, but it took like 2 years before I ever started uploading anything to there.
Was you doing animation on that?
Yeah, I was doing animation on Newgrounds. And then I started like the Taco Man Plays series on YouTube.
Which you still have.
Yeah, I still have it. It still needs to be finished, but
it's going for a while.
Well, that's typical. I mean, even back when his series was going, sometimes it would be like months before he would get another episode. It's been 9 months now since he's had a new episode.
Yeah, I remember that. Anything else ever like inspire you to start a YouTube channel? Or was it just from that website?
I guess it was just the newness of YouTube, and there are more people on YouTube than there were Newgrounds, so it was just kind of like I was trying to just do both at the same time.
At that point, you wasn't making any money, was you? It was just for fun.
No, no, it was all just fun and hopes of people seeing it and wanting to maybe hire me for animations, which I was kind of doing at the time.
Your channel was made in 2006, and in early YouTube, you couldn't monetize unless you was partnered. I'm pretty sure, wasn't it like that?
Right. I didn't start my channel to 2000. I got in 2006, but I didn't really start till 2009, I don't believe. And I think it was like 2000. I'm sorry?
Was you partnered?
No, it was like 2012, I think, when I got partnered. It might have been 2013.
Please tell me it wasn't Machinima.
No, originally it was with YouTube.
Okay, I was gonna say if you was partners with Machinima, you don't want to get into those contracts. They will trap
Later, I made the mistake of partnering with Machinima. Yeah.
Oh god, did you get out alright? Because a lot of people have trouble getting out of those contracts.
It took a while. It wasn't fun, but I've had worse contracts. No. I finally decided just to stick with YouTube. I went right back to YouTube, and I haven't budged because they're like the best people to be partnered with.
Yeah, I mean it's their platform, so yeah.
Yeah, and they'll talk to you, like they'll assign someone who will talk to you pretty much monthly about your channel and how to improve upon it, and they can tell you if you're on the preferred, list.
How many subscribers do you need to be partnered on YouTube?
I don't know. They've changed it since I've become partnered. I don't know.
I'm not too sure either.
I haven't kept up.
Do you have any previous channels that you have like trying to hide away from because they were awful? God awful.
Well, Samination used to be called Ebola World.
Ebola World.
Because I was a stupid kid, and that's what my name was on Newgrounds. And so when I went to YouTube, I called that channel also Ebola World, but but my YouTube partner changed it to Samination for me.
Yeah,
I think in 2000.
A little bit of a better name, yeah, than Ebola.
2015 maybe. I don't know. Sometime around there we changed it. They thankfully allowed me to change it. I don't know how they did it, but they did. And sometimes you can still see Ebola World there because that is still like the original channel's name. I guess they can't get rid of it completely, but
I guess if I go on the Wayback Machine, I can see your channel when it was.
Yeah, you probably could.
Yeah.
And also some of the videos there still, like the older ones still have like the Ebola World logo at the end. I've tried to get rid of all those and move them to. I have like a Ebola World's classic channel now that I uploaded all the old junk to. The old videos.
So, alright. Okay. I thought you was going to have like a list of channels.
Well, it's only accessible to Patreon members right now of a certain tier. Because like those videos could actually get me like kicked off YouTube by their own rules now. Because it used to be like, YouTube used to be like the Wild West. You could just do anything.
It was like that. That's when people like Filthy Frank could upload whatever they wanted. Don't know if you know
Yep.
who they. Oh yeah, I'm sure you know what they are.
So that's why I've hidden. Everyone like gets mad at me because they say I put all these videos behind a paywall, but actually it's to protect me in a way because
You don't want your channel
I
being
don't want
blacklisted.
I don't want those videos to be public anymore because some of them are pretty bad. Not bad. I mean, they're probably badly written and all, but they have a lot of violence in them and cursing and stuff like that. Things you just can't get away with today.
Yeah, which brings me to the next question. Have you ever had any issues with demonetization on your Dead by Daylight or Friday the 13th parodies?
Yeah, and that's pretty much why I made them not too bloody and kind of more comical.
That's why you don't show the Moris,
I
especially the hags.
still need to get around to that. No, hags, oh my god. Nia almost showed her Mori that one time.
Oh yeah, she was gonna perform a Mori on Trapper.
Yeah, I caught him trying to be a survivor. Should I perform a Mori on him?
Oh god.
But yeah, I try to keep it clean because that series came out right around the time YouTube was really clamping down on everyone. So I was like, what do? I don't know what to do anymore because their rules are so contradictory. But
well, yeah, we spoke about this earlier, and we spoke about how your first Dead by Daylight parody was actually demonetized.
yeah, I think maybe like a year ago, even though it had been up for a while, and it was obviously manually approved. It suddenly one morning it was just demonetized. I have no idea why, but
You got it fixed though.
yeah, I had them look into it and re-review it, and it came back.
Alright, well that's good then. Silly mistake by YouTube as always.
No idea.
Oh my god. Alright, so when did you realise that YouTube was like turning into your job? Like, did you have any jobs previously? Like, and then you
Oh
quit
yeah,
them?
I
Alright.
was doing work for Smash Bits.
What was you doing?
There was like different series they were having me work on, and I was working for World Star. They had an animated series that we were doing for them.
Alright.
That got canceled at some point, and then
Was you doing YouTube then still while this was happening?
yeah. I was doing like paid commission animation and then YouTube, and then I think about after the DBD parodies and the Friday the 13th parodies came out, it got to a point where I did not have to take on any work anymore. So I kind of started like taking on less and trying to do more for my channel, because one of the things YouTube tells you to do is when look at what people are watching using your analytics and try to make more of that, or try to follow up on that if possible.
Yeah, alright.
So I've been taking that advice and looking at what people are watching and trying to make more if I can. So, and I think it was as of last year that I officially started working for myself.
Alright, I thought it's been a couple of years. So it's been kind of recent.
No, kind of. Last year outperformed the year before on YouTube to the point where I can definitely work on YouTube without having to take on any contract work.
And you have people working for you now, don't you?
I have a few, yeah. I have a, I guess you would call it like not a full-time job, but a part-time job where a friend who does backgrounds for me and animation sometimes, and coloring, character creation, whatever I need. I just pay him like a monthly amount.
Alright, something reasonable, yeah.
Yeah.
$5, you know?
No, it's a bit more than that, but he does a lot of work, so he makes all those nice looking backgrounds you see.
In all the videos?
Yeah, all the videos.
Alright. Is he a voice actor also?
No, he just does the drawings for me.
Alright, well...
I can't do backgrounds.
Oh, really? I thought you did the background on your first DVD.
No, he did those.
Oh,
He did
okay.
those too. They were a lot simpler, but I had him remake because he made the original basement in the first one. Then I had him remake it for the mobile one, the mobile episode. I don't know if anyone noticed, but like the basement is like super detailed in the mobile version, the mobile episode, versus like the way it's been before.
I'm sure people noticed. They were just so stunned to the point where they just didn't mention it.
No one mentioned it, but that's the new basement going forward, and we're working on making different views of the shack inside, because we only have like the one that I've shown so far.
Alright.
So the idea now moving forward is to make different viewpoints of new maps, kind of like I think the first one we did was the church, yeah, for the wedding episode. It had to have all these different shots for that to work.
Huntress, yeah, when she was getting
we're doing that with the basement as well. We're making a bunch of different shots, like here's where Race stands, here's what Race sees through his eyes, views like that.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good then. You have a lot of people working for you then, helping you.
Well, just the one.
A lot of people. Yeah, you have whole army of animators. Yeah.
Just the one. I do have another guy I can hire if I need like even more help. And I've just kind of brought in a new writer to help me come up with like just little ideas for skits.
Well, I guess he can wait in the corner until it's his turn.
Well, we'll see what happens with this because I mean I'm trying to build an audience up here and I think it's going pretty well.
It seems to be going well so far. You're getting a couple of probably around 5,000 to 6,000 subs a day, so you're doing pretty well.
Right, and like the streams, I do live streams and I've noticed like there's been a huge increase in views on those. It used to be I got about maybe like 150 and then it started getting to like 300 and now like the last couple
3,000.
Yeah, there was the one where I did the cringe-a-thon. It was like 4,000 tops.
What was
views?
Was that the one where you should react into the DVD parody?
Yes, the cringe-a-thon. Yeah,
that was
and then I did a stream, right, and then I did a live stream after that of just playing the game with viewers, and it got like there were like almost 1,000. Yeah, there was 1,000 people there.
Yeah, and I noticed you had to silence the Wraith for a bit because every 5 seconds someone would subscribe, so he would go ding ding ding.
Is that super annoying?
I mean, obviously I love the ding ding ding, but I saw a lot of people moaning about it.
Really?
Yeah.
He's so quiet. He's so quiet though.
You turned it down because you asked everyone, and a lot of people didn't mind it, but yeah, people were moaning, but. That's their fault, I guess. They could just turn down.
I think during the cringe-a-thon, they hated it because it was going off like non-stop. So I get that.
Can we get a ding 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 from you?
Okay, ding 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 ding. Ding ding.
Meeting will now come to order. The bell broke in the first episode. What happened with the bell? Did he just get a new one?
Just a joke. and then he broke the drinking glass.
Yeah.
In the mobile episode, it was kind of a callback to that.
Yeah, I wasn't too sure if that was supposed to be a callback back to the bell breaking.
There was all like callbacks in the mobile episode, like the Dwight scene.
What was the Dwight? The locker? Or what was the Dwight scene?
No, it was one where he's like, he finds a generator for the first time, and like in the original one, he was like,
good thing I
he
did
was
that
like, thank God I took all those engineering classes, and he starts working on the gen. But in this one, he's like, oh, I slept through class, so it's kind of contradictory, but.
What's the hardest voice to do?
Hardest voice to do would be the clown for me because like
you do the clown
I want to make I want to make all the coughs really authentic.
Do you like have a giant cigar in your hand and you just try and take a big puff and just like that when you're trying
to
do
I just force it. I force it and like it tears my throat up, but I try not to do too much with the clown. Any voice that like really tears up my throat, I try to limit. Or I either try to like tweak their voice slightly to where it doesn't hurt, because I think like even like Jake's voice and Hillbilly's voice would hurt me at one point, but I kind of tweaked them a little bit.
Yeah, because it kind of strains your throat, doesn't it, doing those type of voices?
Yeah. Somehow Trapper's voice doesn't hurt me whatsoever.
I feel like that would be the hardest voice to do, because
I know, right?
You're talking like that. It's just
everyone thinks this voice hurts, but it doesn't. It's pretty natural.
How long do you think you could do that voice for? Like, do you think like your throat would die eventually, or could you just keep going?
They've asked me to do that in the streams, and I don't think I could keep it up. Like,
no, you
I
do
would
this
either
other voice in the streams. You do the other voice, the one that everyone hates. Yep, that one. No one likes that voice.
The girl voice. Do you hate that voice?
It is. It's disturbing. I just think of an old granny. It's horrible.
An old granny?
Where did you get that from?
What are you talking about?
No, get that away from me. Restraining order coming soon, guys, on Samination.
It's kind of like Marge Simpson.
Oh yeah, give me a homie.
Homie.
Oh no! I never. Every time you do that, now I'm just gonna think of Marge. No,
yeah.
That's not something I want to think about. No, it's not. Anyway, is Dead by Daylight your favorite game then, or was it Friday the 13th, everyone's favorite killer game?
Dead by Daylight is definitely my favorite. Friday the 13th I wanted to like because I don't know. There's something about the Jason movies. They're so bad, but at the same time they're good.
Because they're classics. You know, you can't.
They're mostly bad, but they're just so funny.
Oh, you want a bad movie? Have you ever seen Mike Myers?
Mike Myers.
Mike Myers, yeah, his film. It's awful. The first original Mike Myers film was awful. I don't know if you've ever
Was it
seen
the
it.
axe murderer?
The Halloween. It's called Halloween. It's not actually called Mike Myers. It's just called Halloween. So it's an awful.
Oh, you're talking
film.
about Michael Myers.
Michael Myers, yes.
I thought you were talking about Mike Myers, the comedian.
Mike Myers, the voice of Shrek. No. No, yeah, don't watch that film. No, it's awful.
Wait, Halloween? You hate Halloween?
Halloween. I've only seen the first one. I don't think I have the energy to watch the others since
That's
how
like a
bad the first one.
classic.
It is a classic, but it wasn't enough to make me watch the others. Like at the
Yeah,
beginning, the music
probably
was so
doesn't
loud
hold
you
up.
couldn't hear the actors. Like the beginning music was so loud, it was really hard to understand what was going on too. It just
I don't remember that. I haven't seen it in a while though.
yeah, don't ruin it for yourself. Just
I
enjoy the memories.
I
you
also
have.
I like all the Halloween movies. I like to watch the sequel.
I like Freddy Krueger, the original Freddy's. They were good.
Some of them are good. Yeah, I like Freddy too.
I didn't like Freddy versus Jason though. That was ugh.
Oh, come on.
That was no. I didn't enjoy Freddy versus Jason. That was awful.
Come on.
I was expecting more for a 2003 film.
That was like the best Freddy and or Jason film. Well, maybe not the best Freddy, but
Plus,
it was
neither of them
definitely
won.
the best Jason film. Well, they were actually planning to make a sequel.
I think that was the last film though that the original Freddy Krueger
Yeah.
played in. That was his last
Yeah.
film.
I don't know why they never made a sequel. That would have been awesome.
No, I'm glad they left it, but
No, I wanted more.
they were hyping up that film a lot though. They even had press conferences where they would get the
Yeah.
actors, and they were like, it was crazy. Like
I was very excited.
I was excited to watch it for the first time. It was horrible.
I still watch it. I love it.
I like the ending where the credits come up. It means I could
Right.
I could leave then. That's when I knew it was over. So the pain stopped.
All right, let's move on.
What
You
is
have
your
bad
favorite thing
taste
to
in
animate?
films.
I don't have bad taste. I have good taste. And what is your favorite thing to animate on the channel? Like if it wasn't DVD.
Oh my god, I would just keep animating Brittany and Tiffany from Brett.
That would be your favorite?
Yes.
Oh my god. I was hoping you'd say like The Legend of Zelda or something.
I want to do some more Brittany and Tiffany.
You sound like Lumpy
My
Space
face
Princess.
is so wet.
No,
What?
you sound like Lumpy Space Princess from Adventure Time.
I don't know what that is.
Well, if you do the voice again, I'll play a clip of her talking.
Nah, that's no bump. It's the early stage of the lumps.
God, I'm not doing the best impression right now.
Yeah, well, that's probably for the best.
Hmm.
How long does it take to... You probably get this question a lot, but how long does it take you to make just a normal 6-minute animation video of DVD?
Alright, so I'm about to start on a new one. Like, I have a month to make it. So it's gonna be coming out on July 1st. So I have exactly 31 days starting today, I guess. And that's about how long it takes to make a video like that. I usually spend about 4 or 5 days just writing it and getting any new characters ready. This one will not require any new characters, I don't think, or maps, because there's nothing new in the mobile version. Everything that's in the mobile version I already have.
Have you played it on mobile yet?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah, carry on, sorry.
Sometimes it's fun. Other times not so fun. But
That just sounds like a normal game, to be honest. Sometimes it's fun, sometimes
Right.
it's not.
So about a week of writing, just trying to come up with really good skits and rewriting, and just coming back to it the next day and looking in like, oh, this is all garbage, and then rewriting it all over again.
Just deleting it all, just starting all over again.
And also then is when I feel like I have something kind of solid ready to start, I start recording the audio, and if I have any voice actors that I need to do parts, I record their lines for reference and send it to them, send them the lines. First I ask if they have time, and then I send them the lines and the script, and then wait for them to send back. But I just use mine as replacements until they send back their versions.
Okay.
And then usually the animation gets kicked in about after the first week, so I'll probably start animating like on the 11th. I'll probably have it all together by then, and then I'll spend the next weeks animating my ass off until it comes out on the 1st. So.
You got sponsored, didn't you, by the mobile DVD, didn't you?
Yes, Dead by Daylight Mobile sponsored creating 2 episodes of the parody series that are just mobile related,
Yeah.
which was a fantastic opportunity because it's something that I've kind of always hoped they would happen. They would like recognize and want to maybe help produce more episodes. So I was kind of like shocked that they actually did it. So, and happy.
Do you get offered sponsors often?
Oh yeah.
From Raid
They
Shadow
get-
Legends?
Yes, I've gotten like 2 or 3 from them. I always tell them no.
Really?
So then I just make fun of them in the animation. That's why Chopper's doing the raid.
You don't want some of that raid money?
I know they offered a lot too, and I'm like, no, it doesn't fit. But then Dead by Daylight made a lot more sense because they fit, you know.
Yeah, no, I see what you
I'm
mean.
already advertising Dead by Daylight, so.
Yeah, you don't want... you just didn't want, like, an irrelevant thing to be advertised on a Dead by Daylight parody.
Exactly. I thought maybe the live streams, you know, I could do stuff like that, but like putting like a Raid Legends ad in a DVD animation parody.
Yeah,
just
that would be
doesn't make
weird.
any
Just
sense.
opening up the video, you got Trapper advertising toilet roll to us saying, "Hey guys, you want to buy some toilet roll? A link in description, 30% off."
Oh, look at you! Look at you!
That is an awful.
Trying to get my
Trapper.
job.
Oh, do you want a Trapper off? Go on. Right,
that was pretty bad.
My Trapper's better. It hurts. I don't know how do you do
No,
that?
I don't know. Everyone asks me that.
Oh my god. What about the Crapper?
The Crapper is just kind of like a flattened version of Chopper's voice. There's more down here. I don't know.
And he likes to make brownies.
And yeah, he's a chef, and he has a degree in video game programming.
I don't want to know what his oven is because those brownies don't look like brownies. Okay, they.
What do they look like?
Crap.
That's
pure
what brownies look like. They're brown.
Nah, I'm sure. Just like Mama used to make them.
You wouldn't eat brownies from the Crapper. He's so cute.
No, he is adorable, but no. Alright, who's your favorite character to voice?
The Trapper, I guess, or Wraith. Wraith's fun because I get to be all moody
Get to
and
sound like a professional actor.
dramatic, like super dramatic. Demogorgon's fun to do.
Yeah.
It's hard to come up with really funny lines for him, like Mr. Paper Plate Face Man and Mr. Paper Plate Face Man. That was a good one.
Oh, you voice Nia, don't you?
Yeah.
Meh.
Meh.
The Entity, aka the Entity.
The entity, yeah.
I can't wait until they reveal how Nia actually is the Entity.
I don't think she actually is.
I mean,
Probably
I
just-
wouldn't be surprised.
Probably just my parodies.
Ah, nah. I wonder if we'll ever get to see who it actually is. It just comes out to be Dwight.
They
Shocked.
did say... Sorry, my voice. They did say that the entity is female.
Oh, did they? When?
Yes. It's in the lore.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever had
So...
go on.
There we go.
Oh,
What?
I was gonna say, have you ever had any contact with the Pretty Good Job so far? Have you ever had any conversations with the man himself who made DVD, developer?
Yeah. What are you talking about? Who are you talking about?
Who's the guy? The guy that goes looks
Matthew
like...
Makote?
Yeah, that's him.
Yeah. During when I was on the that live stream with XP Checkpoint, I got to talk to him through that. Yeah. I've never talked to him before that, and I did add him on Discord, and I was like, I just want to say hello. And he finally added me, and I was like, hi, I'm a big fan, and that was it. He just responded back something very encouraging and nice, and that was it.
Yeah, he seems like a nice guy.
Yeah.
From what I've seen on his Twitch streams, because he streams a lot of DVD on his Twitch. Especially now we're all on lockdown. Well, we are, at least in the UK.
Yeah, that's the feeling I get. He seems like a pretty good, nice guy. I think the problem is the language barrier because they speak French mainly. So when they try to say stuff in English, I think it's sometimes something gets lost there when they try to explain it to people, and it gets taken out of context a lot.
I also love how he looks like Dwight. I wasn't too sure
He
that was
won't admit
intentional.
to it. I asked him that. I'm like, did they model Dwight after you? Because when the game first came out, he was a lot younger, and he looked exactly like Dwight.
I think it was intentional. There's no way that's a coincidence of his own game.
They definitely. He denied it though. He denied it.
Yeah, no.
Because I asked him during the stream, and he said no. So
Oh, did he?
I don't believe him.
No, neither do I. You've also voiced Dwight.
Oh yeah. I do. I voiced Dwight.
You got that generator thing at school. What was it you said in the first DVD parody?
Engineering class.
Yeah, that was it.
And then the other one, I slept through it.
What was your favourite thing
What
to
I-
animate though?
What's my favorite thing to animate?
Yeah, if it wasn't DVD, like if it was like a new project to work on, maybe.
Well, I have a bunch of like I have a bunch of like stuff I want to do like when I have a time.
All right, yeah.
Like I have a show called Skid Show that is ready to go, but it's been written for like half a year now. I just haven't been able to animate it yet. But I'm thinking of just taking like one of the skits from it and just animating that. And I'm not gonna tell you what it is, but
Yeah, you can't say.
can't say. But it's
little
definitely
sneaks.
different than everything else I've done. So everyone's gonna probably be like, "What the fuck is this? And where's Dead by Daylight?" So my plan is, here's my plan.
Right.
I'm gonna release original content like a week after like DVD stuff or Friday the 13th or whatever people want to see. That way they can't complain so much.
Do you miss animation a bit of Friday the 13th now and then?
Yes and no. I mean, it was a lot easier to animate Friday the 13th because I purposely made all their characters super simple to do because again, I thought no one was gonna watch those, just like the Dead by Daylight one. And then it ended up being the most viewed videos on my channel with the crappiest cartoon characters ever. But I made it that way so I could just make the animation really quickly.
All right, yeah. Well, how long did they take animating compared to the DVD ones?
I don't remember how long like the first couple took because it's been like years now, but they probably would now take about the same amount. Well, maybe a little less because of their simplicity.
Okay, yeah. I don't know if there's any people still playing Friday the 13th. I'm not too sure.
I don't think so.
I don't know if those people
I
still
think
exist, but
maybe there's like 500 every time I look to see on Steam. There's like 500. I don't know about console. I don't know where you would get.
I own it
information
on
like that.
console actually, so it was awful though. Awful game.
It was awful. Yeah, my problem with Friday 13th was I tried to talk about this earlier. Was like I kind of like the movies. They're bad, but the game definitely was the love letter to the films because they got like all the locations and they got all the Jasons and they all looked good, really good. The graphics looked really good in that game. Everything looked nice. It's just like it was just way too clunky for me. Like I can't tell you how many times as a counselor I opened the door and then closed the door right in my face trying to go through it, and then you have to just search through drawers, and then when Jason shows up, you're just dead. So
Yeah, you could jump through a window to maybe get away from him, but yeah, there wasn't much.
you're pretty much dead once he finds you. I mean, that's typical for the movie, but in a game.
Yeah, no, I think it was a waste opportunity for a killer in DVD too. They could have just made him a killer in that game, but
There's a lot of things I would have changed about Friday the 13th if I could to make it a lot better, but
wasn't
it is
like,
what it
You
is.
didn't choose who you played as either.
Yeah, you did.
You did.
You couldn't choose to be killer. Or you couldn't choose to be killer. You could ask or hope you'd be killer, but you couldn't just be killer.
Yeah, that's what I didn't like about it, to be honest.
Yeah.
That was probably my main criticism. I kind of agree with you. Is like when Jason finds you, you're pretty much dead, so there was not very much point. So
You might as well just let him murder you, just like in the films. And it doesn't help that they make everything super dark, your screen, so you can't see anything, and your character won't shut up, and it's like, Jesus Christ, could you make this worse on me?
Anyway, yeah, going back to DVD, when you're actually playing the game, who's your favorite killer to play as?
Oh, right now it would be definitely Deathslinger because he's just
Really?
fun. Yeah, it's just fun to just like try to shoot and hit them and drag them.
I thought
I try to drag them.
I thought that they were gonna mess it up by making the range of the gun too long or something like that ridiculous, but they didn't.
It is pretty long.
No, but I think they did okay with it.
And he's got such a small tear radius, and everyone throws monitor on him and makes it even smaller. So he's almost like freaking Myers at times. Like he'll just show up out of nowhere.
Also, another thing I've noticed with him too, when you stun him, he doesn't actually look down. He still kind of looks up, so you can see the survivors still. So I'm not too sure what that was.
Stun him like how?
Like when you pull a pallet down on him, he doesn't really look down. Like from a survivor's perspective, it looks like he is, but when
He
you're a
does. He does.
Because
He
when I
does.
play as him, I can still see. I'm not too sure if that's
Really?
just me. Yeah.
I played him last night, and he does two. So he has two different stuns. So like, well, when you're breaking the pallet, you're not stunned, but
bear
You
in
do
mind,
look
I played
down.
the DLC, not the DLC, sorry, the beta. So I'm not too sure if that was
Oh,
changed.
well, yeah, it might have been changed.
The map,
Because he does
the
use
map
his
though.
gun. He does use his gun to break the pallet. So maybe I didn't really pay that much attention to it. But he also has a stun like if you drag someone with a gun and you don't like hit them with it, stab them with it, and you just let go, they'll get like a deep wounds cut, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
But and then he kind of like puts his hands out in there and he looks down at the ground like for a while.
I haven't actually played against him yet in a public game. I've only played and messed around with him with friends. So
He's scary.
Is he as scary as
He is
Yoni?
Scary in a different way because, like I said, like a lot of people throw monitor on him, and he already has such a small terror radius that he could just sneak up on you
What's his speed
or
like?
shoot you, and you won't even know it if you're not looking around.
Like, well, I don't even know what his speed's like, to be honest. If he's killed when you're being chased by him.
I think he's normal speed, if I'm not mistaken.
What's he labelled as? Is he hard? I'm guessing he would be, wouldn't he?
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm just gonna assume it's hard. I'll probably put a thing on the screen to show you what he is. But if he's hard, then
I'm easy.
yeah, Trapper's easy.
I'm easy.
I used to love playing Trapper. Everyone starts off with
I did
Trapper.
too. I still play him every now and then, but everyone's so wise to the traps now. It's like
I don't know
you just have to put them in really odd spots, and then you gotta trap those doors if they manage to turn on the gens, which I got yelled at.
Of course you did. People will moan at anything.
That one video from the hookers
Yeah, you
where
blur the
Trapper
names,
traps,
don't you?
and then someone gets mad at Trapper for using his traps.
Well, the traps can't get broken now, so
Back then they could, but
I swear they've changed it so you can't destroy Trapper's traps anymore. As in, like, completely
yeah,
break
well
them.
that makes sense because like I mean that's all he's got. So if all his traps are destroyed,
Yeah, they also
you know, he
changed it where when he reloads a trap, he doesn't have to pick it up and then put it back down.
yeah, that's something they should have added years ago.
That's something that should have already been in the game.
God. That was always so annoying when you're carrying a trap and you come up to another one and you can't do anything with it.
My favourite change that they probably did in the whole game was pallets. When you would pull it down, it would put you to the other side automatically in a chase. So if
You liked that?
No, I didn't like it. That's what I'm saying. 'Cause I'm a killer.
Okay.
That's my favourite
Yes,
change they've
the
done.
pallet vacuum.
It was awful.
Oh god, that was like the worst 6 months ever.
It was great if you was a
in
survivor,
the game.
but
Yes, I tried not to abuse it as Survivor, but there were a few streams where I saw myself using it like last second, like just to get away from getting a hit. But yeah, it was pretty bad.
yeah, no, it was not enjoyable for killers. I
No.
don't. I've moved on now. I used to main Hillbilly, but now I've gone over to Ghostface. To be honest, I like playing Ghostface. I get all my kills.
You like being stealthy.
Yeah, I don't really crouch with him, no, because I tend to like get blinded with grass, so I just sort of always stay up.
Yeah, Hillbilly's not too stealthy.
Hillbilly's hard to play as on PC. Really hard for me.
He's definitely gotten harder, it seems, because I used to play him all the time, and I played him for a daily the other day, and he seemed like he controlled a lot differently.
Have you ever had a loose hit with Hillbilly where you just have the chainsaw go randomly in the map and you just hit a survivor?
Oh yeah, that's like the
They're
best
amazing.
feeling.
They're amazing.
I love that. I love that one map, the corn map, that's just all corn. I forget what it's called, but like I just fly around
Yeah.
it because you can pretty much go around in circles, donuts on that map.
I've got videos on my channel of just me like going around the map with a Hillbilly and just hitting survivors randomly. It's amazing. I love that.
Yeah, I used to do that. I used to just try to when I played Hillbilly, I would always try to find a way just to go around the map without ever stopping.
Who's your favorite survivor then to play as?
Currently it's like Jake or Claudette.
Is that based on perks or just their character?
Just their character, I guess. I don't know. I kind of just. It used to be like Nia. I used to play as Nia all the time. Before that, it was Quentin.
Did you play
and now
Nia
I'm
for
like-
balanced landing?
Do what?
Did you play Nia because she had balanced landing?
Well, no. I have like pretty much all the perks on everyone except for the newer ones. But I don't really ever use balance and landing because normally if I bring it, I just forget I have it, or I just get a map that doesn't have any way to use it. And it's like if I bring DS, I never get to use it. And everyone's like, bring DS. I'm like, but I never get to use it. So
Yeah, nah. Before they changed it, I used it a lot more, but it worked
God,
differently
before
then.
it was a nightmare. I was like scared of the survivors
Yeah, no, it wasn't fun.
because they could lead you on like a 10-minute chase and then just stab you when you finally catch them, and then here we go again, another chase.
Yeah, no, that wasn't fun. But
That wasn't fun at all.
they've changed Hex Ruin, as you know. In fact, you made a whole song on it, so I'm sure you know.
I think that was a pretty healthy choice, to be honest. And now I see a lot of killers are using it again, or maybe newer killers are using it that never knew what it was before.
That's probably a good thing. They should be happier now in their life knowing that what it wasn't before, because it was pain. when you'd like start a game, you've had those games where you just spawn in the killer's already right like by you, and you're getting chased
Really?
already. I've
really had that.
And then
I am a magnet. I am a killer magnet. I will admit to that. If it's hillbilly and I hear hillbilly start up his chainsaw, I know he's gonna end up near me, and he always does.
I know, it's just the paranoia of just hearing that in the distance and then just getting killed.
And Huntress always like comes directly to me.
Her humming still creeps me out to this day.
Yep, she makes me nervous.
You also voice the Huntress, don't you?
I do.
That seems like an easy voice to do, isn't it?
It's pretty easy, yeah.
You me get more hatchets, or something like that.
I get more hatchets.
I was at the
Your
voice going.
husband.
Oh no, please.
Do it.
I'm alright. I saw how your last relationship went. Well, yeah, going back in like the behind the scenes of your channel, has copyright ever been an issue?
No, because I've learned how to avoid it. Because like again, Newgrounds was like the Wild West. I mean, you could just use any music you wanted. There was no monetization, so I don't think anyone cared back when there was no money. Although I guess Newgrounds was making money off the ads.
Sounds bad when you say it like that, but come on, you gotta pay your bills somehow.
But then when I crossed over to YouTube, I was using like music from video games, and you know, there was a series with Taco Man where he was like reviewing cartoons, and then all the copyright stuff started coming down. You know, and those videos all got copyright claimed, and anything that had like music from Nintendo got copyrighted claimed. So I had to start making sure that everything I use I own. So I just hooked my channel up to this site called epidemicsound.com. I think that's the name of it. But like they link your YouTube channels, and they have like tons of music and sound effects, so you can pretty much use anything, or you can use anything from there and never have to worry about copyright claims for music.
You have to pay for them, don't you?
It's like a monthly, but it's pretty cheap, and they're always like adding new music, and that's where I find like a lot of the cool music I play during my streams that kind of keeps me pumped. But for copyright, yeah, as long as I'm creating everything myself, like I was a little worried about the Luigi's Mansion one.
Is that because you're using the obviously Nintendo characters? Nintendo are quite strict though, aren't they, to be honest?
Yeah, they've gotten a little lax. They came out with a thing saying that they're not gonna copyright claim videos anymore before I made that.
What about games though? You can't even record like gameplay without getting.
I think you can now.
Really?
I think they lax their rules. You might want to look that up, but I do remember seeing something. That's the only reason why I made that Luigi Mansion animation, was because they came out with some announcement saying that they were going to back off.
Yeah.
And they were closing down that site where you had to sign up and share the profits.
Well,
I
had to quit a series I was doing with Nintendo like 3 years ago because I kept getting copyright claims.
What was it?
It was just me playing on my Wii U. I was playing Super Mario Wii U, just normal gameplay of.
Wait, you could try it again and see.
Maybe it was 3 years ago, so I'm not really that bothered about it now,
well,
to be honest.
Just Google it. You can probably find the article about it.
Probably, yeah.
But yeah, I think they did lax all that.
Well, that's actually something good to hear.
But I was a little worried about not just copyright, but like this was also around the time when the whole COPA thing was happening with YouTube.
I haven't really seen anything that bad coming from that.
Exactly. Everyone overblew it, but I told everyone, because I was like, I'm so sick of all this clickbait shit that I see on YouTube. It's like, you're all gonna die, you know, you're all gonna lose your channel. And so I just went and I looked up the real details on how this got started, and it was basically just YouTube got sued. They knew they were doing bad because they were protected.
Yeah.
They thought, because they said that everyone that signs up has to be over 13, but here they are telling advertisers that they're number one with kids 5 to 12, you know, and it's like, well, you're not supposed to have kids 5 to 12 watching your videos. And they were warned several times to stop doing that, but they kept doing it until they finally got sued by the government, because that was a law that was already in place and they knew.
It should have been here many, many years ago. They were very late to it.
Well, they kept warning them and they just ignored it.
But obviously Google's a big company, so the money they lost probably wasn't even pocket money for them at this point. Like,
well, what they did was they just kind of disowned all of our channels and said, you're on your own now. If you break it, it's your fault.
Yeah, the only experience I've seen to come from it is obviously they've got this thing now. If there's a kid in the video, the comments will be disabled. And one of my friends has a YouTube channel, and he looks younger than what he is. He's 17, and his comments get disabled because he looks like he's 8. He's got a real baby face, so that's kind of annoying for him. But
I gotta see that.
It's annoying because it's literally because you can go back into your studio. He does sound it too, which is annoying. And then
oh my god,
he has to go into his analytics and just like manually just keep changing it to open again. Because I don't know if people know this, but comments also promote a video too, and the likes and the amount of comments you can get a video can push you into the algorithm a lot better.
Yeah.
So like it kind of. Go on.
Oh, sorry.
No, go on.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I was gonna say, like, for people
that
that
want to get their videos seen on YouTube, tags are important, but like from what I've learned, YouTube really looks at titles and descriptions more. So you want to try to put stuff in your title.
Yeah, but I feel like how YouTube's been changing like through the years, like massively. I feel like tags have become more important than anything at this point, because it's whatever gets pushed out to recommended of what's trending and all that. It's kind
Tags
of a shame.
are still important now, but apparently they're not as important as they used to be.
Yeah, well, it's a shame because obviously it used to be if you made good videos you'd get views, but now it's just
Times are changing.
yeah, you can make a 10-minute video about your nan dying and put some like 5 mid-rolls on it, and there you go, you're on trending. Where back in the day you could just do gameplay, you could just record gaming videos and that was it. Oh god, we need PewDiePie to go back to Amnesia. We need that.
I never really watched PewDiePie.
No, I got into him later than what everyone else used to watch him. I used to watch, admittedly, a lot of Dan TDM because he did Minecraft. And
Okay. Yeah.
Everyone loves a bit of Minecraft, or did. I'm not too sure about now.
I can't play that one. Everyone always asks me why, but it's like it makes me motion sick, so I can't play it.
Does it?
Like there's a lot of video games make me motion sick.
What about DVD? Does that?
No, that's the only one. Well, it's one of the few that do not make me motion sick, but I cannot play as the nurse because after her blink, she does this little swinging thing with her body, and it makes me want to vomit, and then like I'm sick for like 2 hours.
Yeah. No.
Sucks.
Yeah, just don't play as the nurse because honestly, I'm awful as her and annoying.
I really want to, but I have never been able to. And they've tried to like fix her over the years to where people don't get sick, but she still makes me sick.
What about if you just like before she blinks, you just turn around really quickly?
Well, then it's no point in playing her because you can't see where the survivors are going. Because you have to really pay. That's when you have to pay attention the most. It's not when she's doing it. It's like right after she does it. When she's done and she's like
yeah, I don't really play the nurse, but when I'm awful.
Yeah, and the huntress, I don't know why, but like her aiming while moving, it kind of makes me a little queasy too, so I don't play her. I would like to play her, but I can't because of that. Because I notice after I'm done playing her, I'm like a little just nauseated.
How would they be able to fix it?
I don't know. I really don't know. I would guess maybe just don't swing the camera around so much for nurse when she does her fatigue. Maybe just have her just look down like everyone else does, like the Legion does.
Yeah,
if they did something like that, I would be able to play nurse no problem.
Yeah, I don't think they'll do that though, because I think they have it like that just because of how powerful the blink would be. If that makes sense.
I mean, they could get rid of the swinging and just have her just kind of like kneel over or something, and just look straight down at the ground.
Yeah, I guess. All right. The next question is, have you ever had any weird or rude fans come into you? Have you ever like interacted with rude fans?
Oh yeah, all the time.
Well, is it like, let me do a voice in your video?
No, it's usually like people that are just telling me I suck and I need to quit making these, and I'm like, well, the world doesn't revolve around you. You could just not watch.
Whoa, these are fans? I said fans.
Oh, sorry.
I meant fans. Obviously, your fans are telling you to quit. Oh my god, that's a great fan base.
The worst thing I think about fans is, I mean, I love my fans. I have a lot of fun with them on the streams and stuff, and I'm open to criticism. It's just, sometimes people don't understand, like, you know, I'm not here to show like a documentary of these people's lives in Dead by Daylight. It's a comedy show, so sometimes I get upset when I give Susie a stupid voice like this, you know, when they want her to have a sexy voice, and it's like, well, it's a comedy, you know. If I gave her a sexy voice, then it wouldn't be as funny.
Yeah,
And
well,
if I gave Frank a normal voice, he wouldn't be funny either. It's like, at least I'm doing something with these characters, you know.
what
'Cause
about
some
in
get
DM? Have you ever had any fans be rude to you in DMs of Twitter, Instagram?
nothing I can recall. Nothing I can recall. No, my fans are pretty awesome. So
Yeah, no, I don't, like, I said this before we started, but I don't really see hate comments on your video much, but obviously you do, you see it more than anyone, because it's your channel, you're going to look through the comments, and you're going to see them.
I try to read every comment. I do see like some people that say like, oh, these used to be funny, or I like the first 4, but now they're not funny, and you need to stop. And I'm just like, okay.
Well, it's not
That's
like it's the
really
same thing, though.
helpful.
It's not like it's the same
What?
thing, though. You are changing up the style a bit. Like how it's not in the basement.
Well,
You didn't do the basement, like, for all the episodes. You changed it to the bar, obviously.
I think it was episode 8 was the first one where they were in the church instead of the basement. So that served as the basement skit. The killers meeting
Yeah, that
was
was
the
That
wedding.
was a good change, though.
And then episode 10 they were in the saloon, so that was a bit of a change, and people kind of like that one. They want me to keep them in the saloon. I'm thinking about it, but for the mobile we have to keep them in the basement because there's no Deathslinger in the mobile, not yet anyway.
A DVD parody is going to keep going on then.
Yeah.
They're going to stop them.
I'm gonna do the mobile parody too. Gotta get started on that soon, and then after that I'm gonna think about the next which would be parody 11.
Yeah.
Actually, it's like I think I've made like 15 or more episodes if you count all the spin-off ones.
Also
now.
with the songs, too.
With those two, yeah. I think there's like 2 songs.
Yeah, you got 2 DVD songs. At the moment. Don't know if you're ever going to do any more.
Yeah, the one that the song that what was that? The other one, the music video.
Hex
The no, not that one. The other one with the actual song.
Oh, the title of that was just Dead by Daylight music video, something like parody. Something like that. It hadn't had a specific title. I think it was just DVD.
Well, the guy that made that song, he wants to do another music video using I think another song of his. So
Yeah, I was going to
that may
ask if
be-
that was you singing, with your marvelous.
that's not me singing. That's a professional right there.
You should recreate that song, but it's Trapper singing.
With Chopper singing.
They switch up, like you switch it to different voices.
I know he wants to do another music video, but that's gonna be like way down the pipeline for this year. I would like to, after this mobile version, the second mobile, I would like to, like I said, do something original with my skit show. But again, I'm gonna try to release it close to a Dead by Daylight parody, so people don't yell at me so much.
In the comments, just all caps going at you.
What is Dead by Daylight?
Who voices Legion? A lot of people like Legion.
Oh, that would be, you talking about Frank? That'd be Hellbent. He
A lot
also
of people
voices
like him.
Jeff.
Does he?
Yeah. It was really weird watching the Cringe-a-thon, or watching the old videos and seeing when Legion was introduced and how tame his voice was compared to how he is now, and it's like night and day. But I mean, they're all kind of like that in a way.
Yeah, the voices change along. Like in the first DVD parody, Jake's voice was the same as Dwight.
Right? Yeah, he was.
Yeah, you gave him his own voice later.
Yeah, kind of stuck with that one. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Legion is. He's a god awful killer in my opinion. Like, he's not great, but you somehow made a bad killer in my opinion a likable character. So, well done. Oh yeah. So.
I got a lot of anger about that, but I tried to make it better.
Yeah. Yeah, well, you did.
I mean, I have fun with Legion, but I don't ever expect to kill with him, because his power doesn't really help you get kills like everyone else, which doesn't make sense to me.
It looks good, it just doesn't do it good.
I think something got lost when they were moving him to the. My theory is they had something else planned for him, because if you ever watched the trailer for him, he like blends in with them.
Yeah, maybe they were trying to make it look like so he actually looks like a survivor, but it's hard when you already know what he looks like now.
Yeah, I don't know what they were going for with him, but I don't know, something just didn't work out with him. And then people were abusing him when he came out doing the backwards walking.
What's that? I haven't heard about that. What's that?
You can't do it now, but like originally, like if you feral frenzied someone, then all you had to do was just like chase them backwards, so you were not in a chase, because you're walking backwards as a killer and you're just watching the scratch marks and the blood. A lot of people were doing that, and they had to finally just change Legion completely.
Yeah, I hadn't heard of that. Yeah, that sounds very toxic.
Yeah, he used to be a lot different.
Yeah,
I think they've changed him now 3 times.
The trailer for him was pretty good. Like, I was excited for him. He looked pretty awesome.
Yeah.
But then again, I can't think of any trailer that they've released that hasn't looked good, to be honest. They all kind of get me excited.
Freddy was kind of boring.
What was Freddy?
They just showed Freddy and...
Oh, if him just down below the pipes and all that.
I was like, hey,
Okay.
it's Freddy.
I mean, I was excited because it was Freddy. I mean, I prefer
Me
old
too,
Freddy.
but it was like they had no love. Remember when they introduced Myers and they came out with that whole animation of Myers and Laurie Strode?
Outside the window. He was outside
Yeah,
the window.
that was awesome.
That was good. That was creepy.
But that was like their first licensed character, so I can understand why they were so excited. By Freddy, they're like, here's Freddy.
Yeah. What do you think about the change with the big change they did with Freddy? Because I personally missed the old one.
Oh, new Freddy is so much better. Old Freddy was terrible.
I know all my friends say this. I'm the only one that prefers old Freddy. It's
Well,
just me.
he was okay like when he first came out, because I guess nobody knew how to play against him, and then like they changed him. They nerfed him that first week that he came out, because people literally quit if you played Freddy, and they called him pay to win, if you can believe it. I remember so many matches where I would go in as Freddy when he first came out, and people would just quit right in front of my face, and then in the chat they would say, you wanted us all to die, so we quit. And I'm like, Jesus, that was like really like happening a lot. And then they nerfed him like that first week he came out, and he was never the same after that.
Well,
And
I know why the improvement happened, and I'm kind of happy it did, but I do prefer old Freddy.
yeah, he's really powerful now, but because he has like the best pressure, I think, because he can teleport to the gens, and you can either do the snare traps or you can do the fake pallets. Fake pallets are my thing, because I love it. I love when they drop those fake pallets on my head, and
Are those
it's
fake
just so
pallets? Are they
satisfying.
rare yet? Those fake pallets? Like, is that a rare thing to get? Or is it...
No, it's not.
I'm
have
waiting
tons
for
of
them. I'm waiting for them to make it rare.
No.
It's gonna happen.
No.
It's gonna happen. Oh, I can't
Well,
wait.
then you have dream snares. Those aren't any better, because that stops loops dead.
No,
To me, the fake pallets are just fun.
I haven't been tricked by them yet. I don't really tend to pull pallets down normally in chases. I like to be a bit cocky. Maybe. It never normally works out well, though.
I think I've only played against Freddy maybe like since his rework, like maybe 10 times.
I rarely see Freddy's or Hags.
Yeah, I see more Hags than Freddy's. Actually,
I
the most
don't.
I see is Huntress.
Huntress and Trapper I see a lot, to be honest. And it can get a bit repetitive, but I think the higher the rank you are, the more the killers... Well, I
Yeah,
guess the higher you go, it normally just turns out just to be the Huntress or Trapper or something like that.
Yeah, or Hillbilly.
I haven't seen a doctor in ages either.
Oh
to be
god.
honest, which
If
is
there was
a really
one
good
killer I could delete, it would be the Doctor.
thing. Is it just because of how annoying he is?
He just has so much. He has everything. I feel like, he's got free deer stalker. He can like keep track of you no matter where you are on the map.
He has one of
He's
my
got
favorite
fake-
background stories though, so...
He's got fake pallets, backwards, skill checks that move. I mean, he's just got everything.
Yeah, he is pretty OP.
He used to be a lot worse, before they changed him.
What did they change?
It used to be he could just walk around in treatment mode and you would just scream if he walked by you. Now he has to do that big charge, and you have to be within his radius.
Yeah, no,
He didn't
I do remember
that
that.
before.
Because you could be like
Yeah.
another continent and you'd still scream. Like,
Yeah. So he was like super annoying, but the good thing was like nobody played him, so no one knew how OP he was. But then when the Rift came and he was in there, like, and they changed the Doctor, like almost every match was the Doctor because of that. But hopefully with the new Rift, we're gonna see a lot less.
Who do you think has the best background story? Killers or survivors?
I don't know. I really don't. I mean, I've read a lot of it, but I really don't pay that much attention to it.
The only one I don't know is Clown and Legion. I don't know theirs. I don't know what they are.
I think I've read theirs. Theirs is pretty tame, to be honest with you.
I pay more attention to the Killers, gonna be honest, with their stories.
Yeah,
than
yeah.
The Survivors. The Survivors are interesting, but they're not interesting enough to keep reading over.
Yeah, and they're starting to get longer and longer, and it's like, you know, all we really need is like a paragraph or two. We don't need a book. We don't need a book.
I don't need a whole Game of Thrones story in front of me. Just
and you can't even. I don't think you can even read it while you're like waiting. Can you?
No, you can't.
If you're ready or searching for a lobby, you can't even read their lore. So it's like, why write all that if I can't read it while I'm waiting? I don't think. Maybe you can.
There's two things that still annoy me to DVD. There's that I wish they added player level earlier, so I wouldn't look so low.
Yeah.
I would be really high.
Me too.
And they changed insta-heal. That's been a while.
That needed to happen.
It did, but it's not really insta-heal anymore. It's more just take 15 seconds heal. It should be called.
It's kind of like that Steve perk that nobody uses. Where you can heal yourself.
The hook, the one where you have to save someone, and then
And insta-heal, the old insta-heal has been turned into that Zarina perk, where she can transfer her health state to you in a flash. So I guess if you really like insta-heal, you can bring that.
I like Nancy's when you have to go in a locker.
Yeah, I don't use that though. A lot of people use it.
I'll use it if I play as her.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah, I used to be addicted to using self-care, but not many people use it anymore.
I dropped that one a long time ago, and I dropped what's the cat one called?
I know what one you're talking about.
Spine Chill.
One where the killer looks at you and it alerts, something like that, wasn't it?
Yeah, I dropped that one because I felt like I was getting too dependent on it and not looking around enough. And I tried to drop Iron Will, but then I just started dying all the time. So I'm like, okay, Iron Will's coming back. Can never leave. Can never play without Iron Will. And I can't play without Kindred now because they buffed Kindred so much that you can literally. Kindred is the one where when someone gets hooked, you can see where everyone is, and if you have the best Kindred, like tier 2 or 3, you can see what the killer is doing too. So you can tell if he's coming at you, or which direction he's going in, or if he comes back to the hook or something like that. So I can't play without that one because that one seems super OP.
Yeah, I'm kind of dependent on Sprint Burst, which I wish I wasn't, to be honest, because I wish they had it so you decided when you actually Sprint Burst. Like, that would be quite cool.
Yeah, but that would make it slightly broken, but they had to kind of make it where you can't just use it whenever you want. It's like, I get why they did it. But there's always Lithe. You could use Lithe.
Yeah, I guess, but I used to use Dead Hard a lot, but I abandoned that one many years ago.
I never used Dead Hard.
It's okay. It's either Sprint Burst or Dead Hard. You're either going to use one or the other. You can't use both. But you're going to use one of them. Yeah, for me it was Sprint Burst.
I avoided Dead Hard for like the longest time, and I started using it, and then it took me forever to like get used to it. And then when I finally did, I realized I need to get rid of this perk because it doesn't work half the time, or it doesn't like really help you very much. So I'm trying to get off of it, but it's hard. It's hard. Because then there's like matches where you don't have it. You're like, oh man, I wish I had Dead Hard right now.
There's something I should have probably asked earlier, but this is a question I've just seen on the list now. Did you do animation in school or wherever you was?
Yeah, I went to animation school in Houston, Texas.
So I wasn't too sure if you had learnt it throughout just pure boredom being indoors, or you actually studied
well,
it.
That too. Well, they trained us how to use Adobe Flash and or Premiere and After Effects. That's still what I use. I use Adobe Animate, Premiere. I don't really use After Effects. I try to bring in filters into Premiere that kind of do what After Effects would do for you, because I don't want to use both programs together because they never work well together. Adobe's like garbage, but
I hope you paid for those products and didn't pirate them, because who would do that?
I have to pay for them because I'm a business, so tax write-off.
I mean, yeah, who would?
Well, actually, now now you have to do the monthly or yearly thing. So
Where do you see yourself though in the future of your channel? Like, do you still think like in 5 years' time you'll still be doing YouTube videos, or do you think you would have moved on to something bigger?
I don't know. I know what I'm doing right now is not going to last forever. I mean, so I'm just going to keep doing what I've always done. And I mean, I came into these parodies, the Dead by Daylight and the Friday the 13th, by accident. You know,
Yeah.
I didn't know people were going to watch it. I didn't know people were going to go nuts over it. So I'm hoping, you know, I'm just going to keep trying new things when I have the chance and see what works, what doesn't work, what people want. You know, I might hit on something like in the next year that people like. Who knows? But I'm just
Well-
going to keep my eye on what people are looking at right now and just keep trying to follow up on that.
Oh yeah, you said earlier how you know this isn't gonna last forever. Is that you
Yeah.
assuming that your account's gonna eventually
No,
flop
no,
like
no.
your channel? or
I'm just saying,
YouTube?
like, probably the Dead by Daylight thing's not going to last forever, is what I'm saying.
Alright.
Eventually, people are going to get bored with the game and bored with the animations. You know, I don't know.
Well, it seems like the way they're going with it, it seems like it's gonna be here for a while still. Like, it doesn't seem to be going anywhere.
Nothing
like,
lasts forever. Nothing lasts forever. Maybe, unless you're The Simpsons.
Unless you're The Simpsons. Well, that took a nosedive, personally, but...
But The Simpsons are like my huge inspiration, like especially like the first seasons 2 through 9. Those are like my favorite. So that's like some of the best written comedy ever right there.
Well, yeah, I guess they took inspiration, I'm pretty sure, from the Flintstones, I've heard. And I guess, which is weird to hear about, because, you know, the Flintstones is like a children's cartoon, but...
Well, not initially. Flintstones were the Simpsons of their time. They were like the first primetime cartoon, and they were made for adults when they
Were
came
they?
out.
I didn't know that.
It wasn't until they got canceled that they converted it to like a Saturday morning cartoon. Same thing for Bugs Bunny and all those cartoons. All
Oh,
the
yeah,
Warner
doing cigars.
Those were all made for adults in movie theaters, and then later they were shown on Saturday mornings until people decided that we probably shouldn't have, you know, this guy shooting duck in the face with a gun anymore.
Yeah.
So
I mean, yeah, especially Tom and Jerry. They're like, the old Tom and Jerry's were...
I never saw
like
Tom
that.
and Jerry.
Oh, you're missing out.
I saw Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck and all that,
I
but
used to watch it in school. When I was in school, I used to watch it online, Jerry, all the time. It was amazing, the violence in that show.
and that's what Itchy and Scratchy was kind of like
Itchy
making
and
fun
Scratchy.
of.
And Ren and Stimpy. Ren and Stimpy had a
Yeah,
lot of
Ren and
violence.
Stimpy is they're doing their own thing.
It turned a bit bad, but we won't talk about that.
That's because they fired the creator of the show, but
Yeah.
yeah, Ren and Stimpy would be another huge inspiration because he kind of broke the mold, and I guess that's what Nickelodeon was going for at the time. They were trying to like do new things with animation.
Yeah, it made
That's
SpongeBob.
how we also... Yeah, and Rocco. Have you ever seen Rocco's Modern Life?
Yeah, I heard of it. I never watched it though.
That's also one of my
Cat Dog
favorite.
was a popular one.
I never saw Cat Dog.
Neither did I, but I knew it was popular. And there was Rugrats. I used to watch that.
Never watched that one.
Rugrats was a good one. But yeah, so you're gonna... I'm guessing you're gonna stick to YouTube for a while then. Like, there's no plans at the moment to move.
Oh no. I'm fine. Everything's going well on my YouTube channel. I'm trying to continue doing live streams, so
Yeah, we're gonna
everyone
move to
knows I'm
Twitch.
still. I don't think so. There's no plans for that, because the reason why I stream on YouTube is because that's where everyone lives, on YouTube. So, and it's just a way to like let my viewers know that I'm still alive, and if they have any questions or
Yeah,
if they just want to talk
And
or
you
play
don't
with me or
You
whatever.
don't promote your social medias a lot in your videos either. Like, you don't really have Trapper on the screen saying, "Follow my Twitter," like, or anything like that.
I don't like doing that kind of stuff, but I do put it like in the descriptions. Like, there's links to all that under every video.
Like, I didn't even know you had Twitter till last week, and I've been watching your videos for years. And
Shit.
I'm surprised.
How do I promote it then?
I'm actually surprised you have 20,000 followers on Twitter. Like, you don't even promote it. Like,
I don't.
I didn't even find it in the description. I just found it on Twitter. Like, I typed in your name just to see if you had it.
I need to work on that.
Yeah, I'm not. Maybe some YouTube channels with animation. I don't know if you know who the Odd Ones Out is.
What?
Do you know who the Odd Ones Out is? He's got 13 million subscribers and he does animation.
I've never heard of that.
Oh well, basically he does it in his videos because he doesn't like doing what you do. He like has like these end cards, so with like a bunch of fan art that goes across the screen. It has his social medias at the bottom of the screen, so if fans want to find you on there, they will on there. If that makes sense. It's kind of like the outro. But yeah, you don't.
You
really
have to
need
send me that so I can see.
Yeah, I'll send you on Discord after this. You don't really need to promote your social medias though.
Yeah, I mean,
It's there for
if
people.
I feel like if people want to find it, they'll find it. So.
I mean, yeah, I did. After 2 years of knowing about you. Funny
I mean,
how-
I would assume everyone would know that I probably have a Twitter because like everyone has a Twitter now.
I love Twitter, to be honest. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
It's a great way to communicate with subscribers too.
And also, they have like YouTube now has like the community tab that I use a lot. Well, not that much because people get upset if you use it too much. But every now and then I'll tease something on there. I ask people what they want because like we did a poll where I asked what mask they wanted for Susie because I was trying to because her original mask is just the same mask as Frank. So
Alright.
yeah, so I gave her Julie's mask because Julie's mask looks hilarious. But then I also gave her like the braces one that they made for her because apparently she has braces and that's why she sounds like this when she talks because she has braces. And so I let everyone on YouTube vote on which mask to use for the episode on the community tab on YouTube, and that's the one that won.
YouTube stories, you don't really use them, do you?
I've seen them, but I really don't. I haven't looked into it.
Because now you can promote your videos or stuff like that out there, and I'm actually surprised that you live stream. I've heard, I don't know if this is just urban legend, but I've heard a lot. The more you stream on your YouTube channel, like it actually decreases the chance of viewers being notified for videos, and it can actually drop views by streaming. I'm not too sure how true that is, but
I've been told that's not true by YouTube, so, and also the 10-minute video, that's also, they say is not true. And I can tell you for a fact that's not true because like those Friday the 13th parodies, they just raked in the views and the ad rap, and they were very short.
I'm not too sure because I know YouTube, they're not always gonna tell the truth and stuff like that. They've been exposed with lying before. Like YouTube have lied a lot. I can actually say it to you right now, but
yeah,
they're not the. I don't
you have
really...
to take it some of it with a grain of salt, but I mean these are people that are trying to help me build my channel up, so I would think they would tell me, you know, you need to not do so many live streams. Actually, they recommend it. They told me to keep doing it because they noticed that, and I noticed that I get a lot of subscribers during my live streams. So that's pretty good. And they also said that was very uncommon to get so many subscribers during a live stream on YouTube.
Wow. You're gonna get that 1 mil, hopefully, either late this year or early next year.
Hopefully, I'm gonna start streaming as much as I can. I kind of got out of the habit there for a while, but I feel like I'm starting to get back into it now and having fun again because that was like my biggest problem was I was not having fun.
Yeah, well, that kind of leads on to the next question. That was how often have you ever experienced burnout?
All the time. All the time.
I can imagine because animation obviously takes a long time.
It's very tedious work. And sometimes I stream it and people are like, wow, I never knew it took that long to make an animation, because I'll be sitting there working on like a character saying one line for like 2 hours, and when I get done with a video, like I never want to see it again because I've seen it like a million times, and just watching it again like makes me like want to just die. It's like, oh, I cannot watch this again.
Makes you want to be Dead by Daylight, pretty much.
So I don't get to enjoy it the way, you know, others do. I wish I did. I wish I got to watch them with fresh eyes, you know, because that's something I would enjoy seeing, would be Dead by Daylight animations.
Have you ever thought about taking a break though with this sort of, like taking maybe a week break? Or...
Oh, I do. I took a week off last week, and pretty much this week, if you want to be completely honest.
We've been having nice lay-ins.
If I'm streaming a lot, that means I'm probably on taking breaks, and I've been streaming a lot these past 2 weeks.
All right, well, this is the next one. It's kind of personal, but not really. But you can not answer this if you don't want to. But someone was asking, how much do you rely on your fans' Patreon money or the donations you get from live streams? Like, how much does that help you compared to just what YouTube helps?
It helps me do more because like the Patreon money helps me pay like the other animator who helps me with backgrounds and stuff like that. So the ad rev is down right now because of the coronavirus. I was told that everyone's experiencing this on YouTube because there's like, the way they put it, there's like a lot more people looking at YouTube, watching YouTube, so there's less ads to go around. So it's like more important than ever, like Patreon and the super chats during the live streams. And luckily, thankfully, I was sponsored by Dead by Daylight this year, like right before this all started. I was actually supposed to do some other stuff with them, but all that got canceled because of the coronavirus. But maybe after this, if we ever get out of all this, which I hope we do, maybe after after this is all over, things will get back to normal.
We'll be out
But
of this
I've
soon.
been kind of lucky this year that even though ad rev is down for videos, got the sponsorship, Patreon's up, super chats up, memberships are up. So
January is never a good month for
it is not. It's like the worst.
CPM just goes down.
Balls. Yeah.
Doesn't even stop going down. Like we watch it go down.
Yeah, this January wasn't quite as bad as it was like the year before, so that was kind of a good sign. But then again, the coronavirus came, and yeah, ad rev's down for everyone right now.
What I see a lot of people doing with the whole ads dropping and stuff like that, they always point the finger at YouTube and blame them. I just want to make it clear, it's the ads, like the advertisers that are the problem, not YouTube for once. Like,
yeah, exactly.
It isn't YouTube dropping the money, it's the advertisers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's always the advertisers. Like sometimes, I remember like the mainstream old media would always latch onto something PewDiePie said and then just talk about it endlessly, and then everyone would pull their ads out of YouTube because of it. And it's like, it's just old media trying to hurt new media. That's all that is.
Alright. Have you got any like advice for your fans maybe watching this, seeing if they want to get into animation, any tips you want to give them, anything like that?
Sure. Just I don't know, you probably don't want to use what I use, which is Adobe Animate. I'm just kind of stuck with it. So I'm sure there's a lot more choices out there for animation programs, probably a lot easier stuff now. I don't know, but I'm sure you could probably look that up, and there's also like tons of videos on YouTube on how to animate and stuff like that. But I would just say, if you really are serious about animating, just like create something that you can actually accomplish, like something that's maybe like, I don't know, 15 seconds long, and just animate it, get it done, upload it if you want to, or not, just make it for yourself, but just keep making stuff and get to the point where you can make stuff that's like over a minute or more, whatever you're comfortable with, but just make sure you finish stuff. And the best way to do that, I found, is to set deadlines for yourself. I work well with deadline. If I have a deadline for something, I know when it needs to be done, and I know what I need to do to get it done. So
thank God I don't want to do animation, and it sounds really mentally draining.
It is. But you also need to like take time for yourself. So like I work mostly during the day on my animations, and then like 4 or 5 I stop, and then I just do whatever I want to for the night.
If I was to give advice, it'd always be put your mental health first before your videos. Like don't drain yourself.
Yes.
You don't want to be someone like Leafy in 2016 who uploaded twice a day. You don't want to just your content will suffer, and you will. Like, it's not.
Yeah,
good.
don't bite off more than you can chew. Do what you can.
You know who Leafy is, don't you?
I don't think so.
It was a commentary YouTuber in 2016. Who do you enjoy watching?
Scott the Woz. Have you ever seen that?
No, I actually haven't heard of him. What does he do?
He just like reviews like old game systems or games, or just whatever, commercials, video game commercials, just all kinds of random stuff that has to do with video games. And he's pretty funny, and his videos are very informative as well. So
what about Noob Free? I know you've had some sort of
I do watch
with him.
I watch his YouTube channel, and I watch his streams if I can.
Yeah.
I've only recently started watching like Twitch streams in a way to help improve my own streams.
Yeah, that seems
but to also see how they handle interacting, because my biggest problem with my streams, and I know this is a frustration for a lot of people that watch, is like I don't see their comments. And it's because I'm having to play a game, and I have to look at a different screen to see their comments, and so I miss probably about 80% of comments in my chat. But then like the next day I'll rewatch my stream and try to look at all the comments and see what I can improve upon and what they say and stuff like that. So even if I don't see your comments during the actual stream, I probably will see it like the next day or so.
So you like to rewatch them?
I rewatch them just to see what I can improve on to be better.
I mean, yeah,
to be better.
You like to take a bit of
people
constructive criticism.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind criticism as long as it's constructive. If someone's just yelling at me, just saying, be more funny, you know, that's not really helpful. It's like, well, you know, tell me how to be more funny or how to be funnier.
Or upload a video yourself being funny so I can take advice from you. You know, you got.
I know, I have people like, they're like, I'm like the best killer, I never lose, I get a 4K every game. I'm like, well then you should start a stream.
Be amazing, yeah. You'll be.
Then they get quiet.
They never reply. I love hearting hate comments. I love hearting them too because it just shows that you're not going to take them seriously either. When you get like the really silly ones.
I do that sometimes. If they're really nasty though, I don't deal with personal attacks. If they're like personally attacking me or anyone in the or anyone else that's leaving a comment, I just hide those people. They don't get to talk anymore.
Yeah. Well, I like keeping them around. I think they're amusing.
No. Depends on what they say. If they say something really bad.
The ones telling me to kill myself are the interesting ones.
Yeah, no, they go bye-bye.
Anyway,
I have one rule.
What's the rule?
Don't personally attack me or anyone that's leaving comments.
Unfortunately, with YouTube, people do not care. It's whatever they do, whatever they want.
Well, they get hidden on my channel. I did unhide everyone this year.
Really?
So I've started, like, I gave everyone a second chance. Like, I had a gigantic, like, block list because it's been, like, it hasn't been cleared for years. And it was so big that I couldn't even, like, clear it. And I had to contact YouTube, and it took 3 months for YouTube to figure out how to clear my blocked viewers list.
That's crazy.
I know. And so I just started over again, so now there's very few on there, but I gave everyone a second chance.
Alright, yeah.
And I'll probably keep doing that every year. Like at the beginning of the year, I'll just clear it out again.
Alright guys, thank you to Samination for coming on the channel. I really appreciate it. You know, it's been a while. We've been doing this for an hour and a half now, so yeah, anything you want to say, Sam?
Subscribe to Samination and his Twitter and Wacky TV.
Yes. Yes, the Trapper says it, Sky. You have to do it. I expect to get 100,000 subscribers by tomorrow. Thank you very much.
1,000,000.
1,000,000 subscribers by tomorrow. Yeah. Anyway, thank you, Samination, for coming on.
No problem. Thank you for inviting me. This has been interesting and fun.